GCSE STEM here. In today's video, we're going to be covering chemical equations, and by the end of this video, you should be able to understand and interpret a chemical formula. So if we start off with elements in a periodic table. The periodic table shows us all the different types of elements. Elements either have a 1 or 2 letter symbol. Examples of this are oxygen and sodium. Oxygen, on one hand, has a 1 letter symbol, and that's the letter O. Sodium, on the other hand, has a 2 letter symbol, and that's Na. Now you may be wondering, why does sodium have the symbol Na? It's got nothing to do with sodium. It doesn't even contain those letters. This is a common theme reoccurring in the periodic table, where elements seem to have wildly different symbols in comparison to their full names. It's just something you'll have to get used to, I'm afraid. So if we understand a chemical formula, if we start off with a compound NaCl, which is sodium chloride, in other words, your common table salt. If we start off with sodium, sodium has no big number to the left of it, and it has no small number to the bottom right. That means sodium has 1 atom in this compound. And if we go on with chlorine, chlorine is the exact same case with sodium. It has no big number to the left and no small number to the right. That means there is 1 chlorine atom. Now if we take the compound Na2CO3, or in other words, sodium carbonate. Sodium has no big number to the left, but does have a small 2 to the right. If there is no big number to the left, we consider it to be 1. But because there's a small number to the 2, we do to the bottom right, we do 1 times 2, and that means we get 2 sodium atoms. Now if we move on to carbon, carbon has no big number to the left, and there's no small number to the bottom right. That means carbon has 1 atom. And with oxygen, it's got no big number to the left, but does have a small 3 to the bottom right. That means we do 1 times 3, and that gives us oxygen has 3 atoms. Now if we go on to different compounds, in any specific compound like sodium carbonate shown above, the number of atoms in each element are always the same. If they're not, then they're a totally different compound. In this case, we can see that we've just added 1 more oxygen atom to sodium carbonate, and it's turned into sodium percarbonate, a totally different compound. Now, if we look at this, Ca is a chemical symbol for calcium, and calcium has no big number to the left and no big number to the bottom right, small number to the bottom right. So we do 1 times 1, and that gives us 1. Now, oxygen and hydrogen are within brackets, and with any element within brackets, we always times them by the number to the bottom right. Oxygen has no number to the left of it, so that means it's 1. So we do 1 times the 2, and that gives us 2 oxygen atoms. And that's the same case for hydrogen. Hydrogen has no big number to the left, but it has a 2. So it's a 1 times a 2, and that means we have 2 hydrogen atoms. Pause the video and have a go at these questions. Now if we start off with the first one, it has CO. So that means we have 1 carbon atom and 1 oxygen atom. Now if we move on to CO2, which you hopefully know is carbon dioxide, it has 1 carbon atom and 2 oxygen atoms. Because there's no number to the left of the oxygen, but there is a 2. So we do 1 times 2, and that gives us 2. Now H2O is a symbol for water, and that means we have 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. And NH3, N is the nitrogen and H is the hydrogen. So that means we have 1 nitrogen atom and 3 hydrogen atoms. So hopefully by the end of this video you should be able to understand and interpret a chemical formula. Well guys, that was GCSE STEM. If you enjoyed the video, please give a like, thumbs up and subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts on the video and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.